Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to my garden. I am excited. The sun is shining after a week of rain, and today is finally the day to take down the melon monstrosity. After all the rain and cold that we had, it's just not doing well anymore at all. So, even though we didn't get all the melons ripe that we wanted, we are going to remove this. And there are a couple on here that were mostly ripe that we'll still keep. We'll keep that one. We may keep that one. We'll probably keep a couple of those ones. Just put them on the counter in the kitchen and see if anything good happens. But if not, I'm willing to cut my losses to get rid of this mess. All right, I have my clippers and my gloves. That's all I need. Let's get this done. Ta-da! It's clean. No more melons. I filled up the whole trash can. I'm going to leave these in here because as I was doing it, we found ladybugs. So, there's definitely going to be more of them in here. And our trash doesn't go out till Thursday, so this will sit here for a few days. See, there's one climbing out right there. This will sit here for a few days and hopefully let a bunch of them come out. Makes me sad that I had to get rid of their habitat, but it doesn't make me sad to have this gone. I managed to save 4 melons. 2 of them were ripe and fell off on their own, and 2 of them we will see if they'll ripen in the house. And the plans for this is to remove the cattle panel and just store it on the side yard for now. I'm going to scoop up the soil that's on the ground and put it into some 5-gallon buckets. And then I will set up my green stalks. We'll transfer this one. And then I started putting together the pink one. So we will set those up over here. And that's the next part of the job. Yeah, taking that down is going to be a 2-person job. But I can dig up some of this dirt. My 5-gallon bucket has holes drilled in the bottom of it. so I can use it to plant stuff in. Alright, here is where we're going to leave it at for now. Removing the actual arch is going to be a two-person job, so I have to wait for my husband to get home from work. But I was able to get a 5-gallon bag, and then I had 2 of these taller potato bags that I folded down the sides because they were just entirely too tall. And I have another one right there if I need to use it. And then I have a smaller. When I put this bed in, you can see there's a couple spots where I had put down the soil bag underneath the soil, which I don't recommend necessarily, but it kept out the invasive grass. And there's only a little bit right there because that whole pathway is covered in plastic. For the walkway, I would 100% do it again, but I would not put it in the actual bed again. It doesn't let the roots go down into the earth, so the plant isn't able to go down and get all the nutrients that it needs. This obelisk was in the melons, and I stuck it in the center of the round bed because I thought it looked cute there. So I think I might actually plant some nasturtiums that trail and then train them to climb it. That would be really pretty. Or something else that climbs, maybe more sweet pea flowers. We gave the jicama plant back its trellis so that it can climb. Nice and empty at the top for it. I don't know how much more it's going to go in this cooler weather, but I'm here for it. It's alive and I'm loving it. The bean things are doing their bean thing. Oh, let's check this while we're here. What does that say? About 1.5 inches almost? No, that says 1 inch. I dumped this out on Saturday and it was 1.5 inches. So last week we got 2.5 inches of rain. But yeah, there is the empty trellis. No more melons. All right, here's the grand reveal. I had my sons come out and help me after school to get the cattle panel away, and we actually just leaned it up against the fence right there so it can just be an extended fence. And then I put down some cardboard boxes and brought in a few 5-gallon buckets full of wood chips and got the area laid out. I am going to let it settle for a couple days, and I'll probably have to bring in a few more buckets of wood chips to level out the spaces around it. But yeah, I'm so glad to have that gone. Thank you for watching and for coming with me during this project that I did. And I hope you come back for the next one.